It feels great to win. Most importantly, we're on a win streak, a 3-game win streak. We're feeling good. We've been playing a lot better. We played pretty good for, I'd say, 30 minutes of that game. We went through a period of time where we weren't defending, we're giving up layups, and that's what we've worked so hard to cut out. But we showed some toughness. I'm proud of my guys. Denver's a good basketball team. They do what they do and they do it well. But I'm proud of my team, and we fought hard and showed some character at the end of the game. Pulling it out.
Brandon, kind of the same thing. Just overall thoughts.
Really proud of the team for pulling this one out. We had some great defense possessions at the end of the game that got us over the hump. That I'm really proud. And as he said, Denver is a really good team, and they came and they were both fighting for the same position, and they came and gave us their best punch. But we're just looking to continue this win streak.
I saw early on the Bobbitt guy kind of got going at each other early. How much did that get you engaged early on, especially whenever he does an elbow?
See, I strive off physical contact, I guess, and when he did that, it kind of woke me up and got me started.
What about the and one late?
Jay Brad gave me a good drop-off pass, and I just took it to the basket.
You guys went almost 5 minutes without scoring any points. At some point somewhere in there, I feel like you guys just weren't going to score again.
That's basketball. You're not going to score every minute. You go through periods like that, and that's why defense is so important. And that's why we've been winning. Is we've been playing defense. You're not going to score. You're going to go through periods where I'm not scoring, B's not scoring. We can't get a shot to fall, even layups, and you got to rely on something else. Free throws, defending, trying to get stops and running. So, like I said, I'm just proud of my guys and making this senior night one to remember for me and Brandon.
Yes, sir.
And Albert kind of taking over late.
Our two bigs played great. I've been telling them these last few weeks, look, you guys are the two best bigs in the league. When you guys want to hook up and play, Brandon goes 6 for 7. If he wouldn't have fouled, what I'm saying, he almost had a perfect game. 1 for 1 from the free throw line. You got 4 boards. Same thing with Albert. He had 15 and 8. They're playing great down there for us. And it opens up, ways for me, JB, Kmart, and it opens up us on the outside. So we have that low post presence. We work in and out, and we've been working well together.
Like you mentioned, you went through probably about 5 minutes of really nothing. What went through your mind when Denver made that first shot to give them the lead?
Nothing. Basketball's a game of runs.
Mm-hmm.
We led for 38 minutes of that game. I knew they fought back, which we expected them to. They're a good team. Like I said, they do what they do and they do it well. But they fought back, and I just rallied my guys together and said, look, we're going to win this game. We're not losing this game. Pick your heads up. We go in the huddle and everybody puts their heads down. Pick your heads up. Let's go. Let's get a stop, and let's go down there and score. That's exactly what we did. So it came down to stops at the end. They hit some tough shots, but we got enough stops to win the game.
Well, that was a grind. Oh, we give Denver a lot of credit. They're hard to play against. They're smart. They're tough. They're disciplined. The other thing is, it's so hard to prepare for them because you can't, as much as you can try to get your scout team or whatever you want to call them ready to emulate what they try to do. It's impossible. You can't get them to play the type of zone they're playing. You can't get them to execute like Denver executes on the offensive end. So unlike any team, probably at least in our conference, they're the one team that's really difficult to get your guys ready to play. And I thought our defense the first half was good. Held them to 23 points, and felt pretty good at halftime because I didn't think offensively, with 9 turnovers, I didn't think we did a very good job of executing against the zone. So I felt pretty good. In the second half, we just couldn't buy a basket. I mean, we got a lot of clean looks during that one stretch, and we couldn't get one to fall, and continued to probably have a hard time getting the ball in the heart of the defense. And, finally, and I give our guys a lot of credit. And it's good to win a game like this when you have to fight and come from behind and execute in the crunch time. And we were able to get the ball inside, I think, maybe 3 straight possessions. We got a nice pick and roll to Brandon, got a 3-point play, and AJ had 2 huge baskets for us. So, it wasn't pretty, but certainly I'll take it, and I think it'll continue our momentum. And our guys, although we didn't play particularly well, I think our guys will gain some confidence out of this, especially being able to execute in late game situations.
That almost a 5-minute stretch where you didn't score, is that just basically falling into the Denver trap? Kind of them lulling you to sleep and missing shots and getting you out of rhythm?
Well, I mean, I thought we got a little bit passive. We were passive all night. We did not do a very good job of breaking down their zone off the drive. And but during that stretch you're talking about, I thought we got a lot of pretty good looks. I thought AY had a couple good looks. Obi had a clean look at 3. Kmart's a terrific shooter, and he couldn't buy one tonight. But yeah, I mean that's part of why they play zone, and they do a good job of it. And there's longer possessions, so there's not as many possessions. So 5 minutes, although it's a long time without scoring, it's probably not quite as long as a typical game. There certainly weren't as many possessions during that time as there would have been in a game against somebody else.
Ben Bird hits the 3, sets it up late. But then the maturation of Albert is kind of
Go-to guy.
Come alive.
He's becoming the go-to guy, and we needed that, and we need that moving forward. Not only the rest of this season, but the next 2 years. And I think he's developing that mindset into, wanting the ball in late situations. Because he had some huge baskets. He had a basket there along the baseline. I can't sure how much time was left then, but offensively, I thought AJ played really well. He's got to get where he defends better, especially against guys that are versatile, like a Bird, like a Bobbitt, who can do multiple things as far as shooting the 3 or taking them off the dribble, but that'll come with experience.
We've talked about Brandon getting engaged early to help on a team like Denver. Comes in here kind of chippy and getting heated kind of around, and Brandon kind of locked in.
I think Brandon was locked in way before that. I think this was obviously a big game for him and Obi, and I was really proud of Brandon. He didn't play. He had some turnovers, but to go 6 for 7, I thought he hit a huge basket and got fouled and made the free throw, and I was really happy for both him and Obi to go out not only winners but playing well.
Coach, your perimeter defense tonight was really solid. They go 3 for 13 from 3. If you take away the 2 threes late, they go 1 for 11. You talked about it in January. You were looking for guys that were going to buy in defensively. Do you think the squad's starting to buy in?
Yeah, I think we've gotten better. I think our guys understand how hard they have to play, and when you play hard. Although I didn't think we played as, especially in the second half. I think this team still, when we're not making shots, they're still not. Playing with the energy you have to play with on the defensive end. It's easy to play defense when you're making shots, but when you're not, that's when it's hard, and that's when you really have to dig in and create your own energy. And second half, at least the first 12 minutes, I didn't think we played with that the energy level that we had to play with. But yeah, I think this team is, we're a much better defensive team than we were a month ago, and I think we're, tonight we didn't, I don't think we were as good as we were last week, but we certainly were better than we were, a month ago. And, defending the three-point line against these guys was a huge key. They made 23s last Saturday against Fort Wayne, and we hold them to 3 tonight, and one of them was a heck of a shot, and, he had to shoot it, and give him credit, he made it, but it was a tough shot. And didn't do a very good job of containment in the second half. I thought we gave up way too many drives and didn't protect the rim like we had the previous 2 games. I think we had 15 or 16 blocks last weekend in 2 games, and tonight we get 3, and we've got to get back to eliminating easy baskets, which we gave up way too many in the second half.
When y'all were going back and forth a little bit at the end, were you concerned you were going to fall into the trap that y'all had been at the end of January, I guess? Or were you confident that just based on the fact it was senior night that they were going to pull it out?
Well, I mean, you have to have confidence in your guys, and you just hope that they had confidence. And it was great to see that somebody, and multiple people stepped up. I mean, Jalen makes a great pass to Brandon for a three-point play. Obi makes a great pass to AJ. AJ makes big shots. Obi hit a big shot and then made free throws. So, and that builds confidence. Although we didn't play very well, I think our guys will take a lot out of this game. And the next time we're in a close game, we can go back and say, hey, Western game, we had to make clutch plays down the stretch. Denver, we certainly had to make clutch plays down the stretch, and that should give them some confidence.
I don't know, a guy like